Hey everyone, what's up? We have just started, so I'm doing a quick drawing. I'm about a minute and a half in this. We're trying to capture some poses. So that's his waist and that's his chest. And this here is his shoulder. That's his elbow. And that's his body, abdomen. That's his neck. This line should be dark. Hey, what's up, K? I'm sorry, I'm unable to read this. Carrie Scofield. Hey, what's up? What's up? Hope everyone's just doing great. So we're trying to capture some few poses without doing too much of a detail to get the most out of a figure without doing too much of a detail. And that's where his other shoe is going to come. So we are done with this drawing in about 3 minutes. Ta-da! So we don't have to do any sort of detail, but kind of capturing the essence of just a pose with the least amount of detail. Let's draw something else. Let's draw another drawing. All right, there's this guy, sort of a dancing pose. That's his head, his shoulder, that's his neckline, and that's his shirt. Oh, let me reset the clock. Just a second. All right, let's start now. So I'm only trying to capture, do detailing around the shadows to find the figure. And I think that's the easiest way to do quick drawing whenever you're doing a quick sketch, is to omit all the details and not worry about any sort of detail, but kind of focus on the darkest part of the figure, of the posture, and just try to capture the shadows. Again, not going to draw the details of the fingers and hands and everything, but just the pose. And there are these folds and wrinkles all over. And that's his shirt, that's his foot, that's his sneaker, and we have his other foot over here. This we've done in about 1 minute and 14 seconds. Let's draw another pose. Just a second. All right, let's draw this pose. There's this guy. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah. There's this guy. All right, let's reset the clock. Reset start. So this we've made about like 1 minute, 14 seconds. And I forgot how long did this take. So just capturing quick drawings. So that's the head. Again, we will forget about the details. Rather, we will look at the shadows and try to draw whatever we can see in the shadows so that the figure is drawn in sort of an action way. So that's his tie, that's his shirt, that's his waistline. That's his jacket, kind of flowing. That's his trouser. Only trying to capture the shadows, like I said. That's his pant. The other side of his shirt, of his jacket, sorry. And he has got his hand somewhere over here. Sort of a dancing pose. That's his hand. And this trouser. Let me darken this up so that it makes more sense. We are not trying to capture. Alright, this is his shoulder. We're not capturing any detail at all. Just essence of the pose to make this as quick as possible. And there's his hand. Will not draw any sort of detail. This other hand is the jacket, and that's the trouser. And we can make like a little amount of texture over this shirt to give a bit of information about what's happening in this gesture. That's all shadow. And hey, V for VLA for live. Hello, what is up, VLA for live? I'm sorry, the camera is kind of mounted a little ahead of my viewpoint, so I have to kind of get up to peek on if somebody's messaging. So I might not just respond too quick, but I'm sorry, I will respond to you. All right, so that's this one. We have done about 2 minutes 41 seconds. All right, let's do a detailed. What do you think it should be? Do a detailed face. Let's draw a face that is kind of a little, should have a little detail. What do you guys think? All right, let's draw. So let me reset the clock. Stop, reset, start. I'm going to draw a face. And let's see how long does that take. Just a head, all right? So let me zoom it in a little bit. This looks right. Let's draw a side profile. So that's the head. That's the ear. No details. Just a little essence. Focusing on the shadows. Just focus on the shadows and we are good. That's the chin. That's the neck. That's the cheekbone. And this is where his upper lip would come. That's his nose. Let's put his eyes in place. This is eye. Sort of a little dark indent over here. That's his nose. We made this in about 1 minute 19 seconds. Ta-da! Alright, let's create some more drawings that are a little detailed. Right. I'm going to draw with the softest pencil that I have, which is 9B. And let's start. Hey Bego, what's up, dude? How you doing? Zoom this out a bit. Let's start. So there's this guy who's kind of in a dancing pose, or maybe he's just jumped from somewhere and he landed on the ground. That's the drawing we're making. Let me zoom this in just a tiny bit here. Alright, let's make his head first. This is jawline, that's his ear, that's his neck, and that's his shirt. Give him his eyes over here somewhere. We don't need to do too much of detail, but we'll try to give it as much information we can. I'm trying to draw the least amount of detail. So that's This is all folded up t-shirt. This shirt, this collar, and his hand, so because it's a sort of a shoulder which is up, so his hand will come over here somewhere. It's pointing outwards, his sleeve will end somewhere around this point, and let's give him his hand. And just get out of the space now. So one finger, and this is thumb. We are not going to go into the detail, you get the idea, right? So that's the shirt. It's kind of a flowy shirt. That's part of his abdomen. It's ending here at his waistline. That's where his trouser starts from. That's his knee. Somewhere around here it ends. That's his part of his foot, his thigh, and his fly. That's his other foot and knee. And he's got a shoe over here. Let's make his sneaker. And his other hand is kind of touching the floor. So let's make his other hand over here, touching the ground. His thumb. So you can notice that we are not paying attention to any sort of detail, yet we are just trying to capture this. We have made in about 5 minutes 25 seconds, and let's do some more drawings. All right. All right, let's do another quick drawing of a guy sitting. So that's his head. Let me reset this up. Start, reset, start. That's his head. Let's put his shoulder line in place. Somewhere over here is his neck and his shoulder, his collarbone. From here we'll have his shoulder and his bicep. Let's draw his chest, other collarbone, the collar muscle, and the shoulder, the other shoulder, that's his chest. And down, it's his chest line. Here we have his knee. It's his knee and his foot. Alright, let's draw his other foot. Resting on this one. And we made this in about 1 minute 40 seconds. So let's draw more. I'm trying to do some quick drawings in action figures, like poses in action. So yeah, what's up, whoever's watching, thank you for watching. Let's draw some more drawings. Let's draw this dude with swords. Alright, let me just stop, reset, start. Let me zoom this in a little more, and I can shift my drawing somewhere you can see it. Yeah, that's better, I think. Let's draw him here. I'm using a 9B because it's the softest that I have. The pencil is 9B. Alright, so that's his head, that's his neck, and that's his shoulder, his other shoulder, his chest, that's his abdomen. You have his waist over here. Let's draw some detail of his stomach, his arm, and he's got his hand over here. He's holding a blade. I'll give him a blade in a bit. Let's draw his feet. His blade. That's his other hand. And another blade. Ta-da, we made this in about 1 minute, 26 seconds. Alright, I don't want to, what's it called? It's just a second. I don't want to take this session any longer in this session because I think there aren't many people, and I will catch you again tomorrow maybe. So yeah, if you like the drawings, please like my page and stay connected. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.